Hello viewers, in this video I'll continue with revision for term 1 for class 12 applied mathematics. Here I will discuss about partnership and I'll also solve the questions of exercise 7 of unit 1 numbers quantification numerical application from the student support material. First we will see what is partnership. When two or more partners, if they run a business jointly, then they are called what is known as partners, and this deal is known as partnership. If all the partners invest their capital for the same period of time, then it is called simple partnership, and if they invest their capital for different time period, it is called compound partnership. Now moving on to the ratio of their profits. So usually problems in partnership, we have to find the ratio of the profits. So the ratio of profit is calculated as ratio of investment into time. So if we want to find the ratio of profits of A to B, then we have to do it this way. That is, A's investment into A's time is to B's investment into B's time. It will give us A's profit is to B's profit. Now when the profit ratio of A and B and the time is given, then we can find A's investment is to B's investment as A's profit by A's time, A's profit upon A's time is to B's profit upon B's time. So this is how we can find the ratio of the investments when the ratio of profit and their time period of investment is given. Now moving on to the exercise questions. These are the questions from exercise 7 of unit 1 student support material. The first question, A, B and C enter into a partnership. B contributes 1/3 of the capital while A contributes as much as B and C together. Find the ratio of their capitals. The same question was given in the sample question paper. So let us solve this here. So here it is given A, B and C enter into a partnership. B contributes 1/3 of the capital and A contributes as much as B and C together has contributed. We need to find the ratio of their capitals. So let the total capital be rupees X, and let C's capital be rupees Y. So here it is given B contributes 1/3 of the capital. So it means B's capital will be X by 3. B's capital is equal to X by 3. And it is given A contributes as much as B and C together. So A's capital will be the sum of the capital of B and C. So it will be X by 3 plus Y. Now the sum of these three capitals, it will be equal to the total capital X. So we have A's capital plus B's capital plus C's capital. This is equal to the total capital, which is X. So here we have 2x by 3 plus 2y is equal to X, or 2y is equal to X minus 2x by 3, or this is equal to X by 3. So we get X is equal to 6y. Now we have X is equal to 6y. So we have the ratio of their capitals. The ratio of their capitals is given by A is to B is to C. This is equal to A's capital will be 6y by 3 plus y. So it is 6y by 3 plus y. Then B's capital will be X by 3. X is 6y. So it is 6y by 3. And C's capital is y. So if we simplify, so this is equal to This is 2. 2y plus y is 3y is to 2y is to y. Or this is equal to 3 is to 2 is to 1. So this is the required ratio of their capitals. So the answer is 3 is to 2 is to 1. Next question. Rahul got rupees 5,000 as his share out of the total profit of rupees 9,000. Ramesh had invested rupees 3,000 for 6 months while Rahul invested for the whole year. Find the amount invested by Rahul. So here the Rahul's share of profit is given, and it is given Ramesh invested rupees 3,000 for 6 months whereas Rahul invested for the whole year. We need to find the amount invested by Rahul. So let Rahul's investment is equal to X. Then Ramesh's profit is to Rahul's profit. Here it is given Ramesh invested 3,000 for 6 months. So Ramesh profit will be Ramesh investment into Ramesh time for which investment was made. So this is 3,000 into 6 is to Rahul's profit will be Rahul's investment into the time period for which Rahul invested. So Rahul has invested for whole year. So it is X into 12. Also it is given Rahul's share of profit is 5,000 out of 9,000. So it is 5,000 by 9,000. So from here we can see that Rahul's share of profit is 12x by 12x plus 18,000. So this implies 12x upon 12x plus 18,000. This is equal to 5 by 9. So from this we can calculate x. So we get 108x is equal to 60x plus 90,000, or we have 48x is equal to 90,000. X is equal to 90,000 upon 48. So if it is going in 3, so x is equal to rupees 1,875. So based on the information which is given, we found Ramesh's profit is to Rahul's profit, and then it is also given Rahul's share of profit. So using that, we have taken Rahul's investment as X. Using this information, we found X as 1,875. Next question. Priya started a tiffin service business by investing rupees 40,000. After 4 months, her friend Rekha joined her business and invested rupees 50,000 in it. What will be the share of Rekha in the profit if they earn rupees 2,20,000 as profit in the entire year? So here it is given Priya started tiffin service business by investing rupees 40,000, and after 4 months Rekha joined by investing rupees 50,000. So when Priya has invested for the entire 12 months, Rekha has invested only for 8 months because she joined after 4 months. We need to find the share of Rekha if they earn total profit of 2,20,000 in the entire year. So Priya's share is 2, Rekha's share of profit, it will be equal to Priya's investment into Priya's time for which investment was made is 2, Rekha's investment into 8, because the investment made by Rekha was only for 8 months. So if we try to simplify this, we get 6:5. So this is equal to 6:5. Now we need to find Rekha's share in profit if the total profit was 2,20,000. Therefore, Rekha's share will be 5 by 6 plus 5, 11 into the total profit, 2,20,000. So it is equal to rupees 1 lakh. So Rekha's share of profit is rupees 1 lakh. Next question, what is the investment ratio of A, B, C if their profit ratio is 6:7:8 respectively and their investment time period ratio is 2:3:4 respectively? This question is also asked in the sample question paper. It was given in the sample question paper. We just now saw we can calculate the investment ratio as ratio of profit by time. So the investment ratio of A, B and C, it is given by 6 by 2 is to 7 by 3 is to 8 by 4. So A's profit is 6, B's share is 7, C's share is 8 and A has invested for a time period 2, 3, B and 4 for C. So the investment ratio is given by this ratio. So we can simplify to get the answer. So this is equal to 9:7:6. So the ratio of investment of A, B and C is given by 9:7:6. Next question, A and B start a trading business with a capital of rupees 30,000 and rupees 60,000 respectively. From the profit of entire year, which is rupees 18,000, A gets 8,500 as his share of profit and salary for managing the business. What is the amount that A receives as his salary? So here we can see that A and B start a business with this much amount of capital respectively, and from the profit of the entire year, which is given as rupees 8,000, A gets 8,500 rupees as profit and salary. We need to find the salary received by A. Now A's share is to B's share. It is calculated as 30,000 is to 60,000 since both the partners invest for equal time period, or this is equal to 1:2. So from this we can find A's share of profit. A's share of profit will be 1 by 3 into total profit, which is 18,000. So this is equal to 6,000. So A's share of profit is rupees 6,000. But here it is given A gets rupees 8,500 as his share of profit and salary. It means the amount A receives as salary will be 8,500 minus 6,000. Therefore, A's salary will be 8,500 minus 6,000. So it is rupees 2,500. So A's salary is rupees 2,500. Next question, Prakash, Sachin and Anil started a business jointly investing rupees 11 lakh, rupees 16.5 lakh and rupees 8.25 lakh respectively. The profit earned by them in the business at the end of 3 years was 19.5 lakhs rupees. What will be 50% of Anil's share in the profit? So here it is given Prakash investment, Sachin investment and Anil investment were 11 lakh rupees, 16.5 lakh rupees and 8.25 lakh rupees and profit was 19.5 rupees. We need to find 50% of Anil's share of profit. Now the ratio of profit is given by, since all these are in lakh, so we can write it as 11:1 16.5 is to 8.25. So the ratio of profit of Prakash is to Sachin is to Anil. It is given by 11 is to 16.5 is to 8.25. We need to find Anil's share of profit. So Anil's share will be 8.25 upon the sum of these three. That is 11 plus 16.5 plus 8.25. So it is 35.75. So Anil's share will be 8.25 by 35.75 into the total profit, 19.5. So this is equal to 3 by 13 into 19.5. So this will go 1.5 times. So this is equal to rupees 4.5 lakhs. So Anil's share of profit, that is Anil's total share of profit is 4.5 lakhs. We need to know 50% of Anil's share. Therefore, 50% of Anil's share will be half of this. 50% of Anil's share, it is equal to 4.5 by 2. This is rupees 2.25 lakhs. Next question. Nikhil, Priyesh and Ritik took a house on rent for rupees 13,824. They remained together for 4 months and then Ritik left the house. After 5 more months, Priyesh also left the house. How much rent should each pay? So here it is given Nikhil, Priyesh and Ritik, they took a house on rent, and this rent given it is for 1 year. They remained together for 4 months and then Ritik left the house. So Ritik stayed only for 4 months. So for 4 months the rent has to be shared between Nikhil, Priyesh and Ritik. Then after 5 more months Priyesh also left. So for the next 5 months the rent has to be shared between Nikhil and Priyesh. And finally for the last 3 months only Nikhil stayed. Now we need to find how much rent should each pay. So we need to find Nikhil's share. First let us find Nikhil's share to Priyesh share is to Ritik's share. Then we can find the amount of rent that has to be paid accordingly. So let us take, let monthly rent be M. Say rupees M. Now they remain together for 4 months. It means for 4 months the rent has to be shared between all the three. So here we have M by 3 into 4. Here M by 3 into 4. And here M by 3 into 4. So for 4 months the rent has to be shared between all the three. So the monthly rent by 3 into 4 months. And so for the first 4 months Ritik has to pay that much rent. Priyesh has to pay M by 3 into 4 and Nikhil also has to pay M by 3 into 4. Then after 5 more months Priyesh also left. So for the next 5 months the rent has to be shared between Priyesh and Nikhil. So here plus M by 2 into 5 and here plus M by 2 into 5. And then after 5 months Priyesh also left, and for the remaining 3 months, that is here 9 months over, for the remaining 3 months only Nikhil has stayed. So Nikhil has to pay plus 3M. So this is the required ratio. So the required ratio is m by 3 into 4 plus m by 2 into 5 plus 3m for nickel, then m by 3 into 4 plus m by 2 into 5 for Priyesh, and for Ritik it is only m by 3 into 4. So when we simplify, we will get the answer. So this is equal to, here LCM is 6. So here we have 8m plus 15m plus 18m is to, here again LCM is 6. So 8m plus 15m, and here it is 4m by 3. Or this is equal to 41m by 6 is to 23m by 6 is to 8m by 6. Or this is equal to 41 is to 23 is to 8. So Nickel's share is 41 out of this total, Priya's share is 23 out of this total, and Ritik's share is 8. Therefore, the amount Nikhil has to pay as rent is, therefore Nikhil has to pay 41 by 41 plus 23 plus 8, which is 72, into the total rent 13,824. So this is equal to rupees 7,872. Then Priyesh has to pay Priyesh has to pay 23 by the total 72 into 13,824. So it is equal to rupees 4,416. And finally Ritik has to pay 8 by 72 into 13,824. Or this is equal to rupees 1,536. So this is the amount each person has to pay. Next question, last question. Arun started a business investing rupees 38,000. After 5 months, Bakul joined him with a capital of rupees 55,000. At the end of the year, the total profit was rupees 22,000. What is the approximate difference between the shares of Arun and Bakul? So this is an easy question. We have to do some multiplication. So here Arun's share is to Bakul's share. It is given by Arun started with rupees 38,000 and it is for the entire year. So it is 38,000 into 12 is to, after 5 months Bakul joined. So Bakul's investment is for 7 months and the amount is 55,000 is to 55,000 into 7. So this is equal to 456 is to 385. Now we need to find the approximate difference between Arun's share of profit and Bakul's share of profit when the total profit is rupees 22,000. So Arun's share is equal to 456 by 841 into 22,000, or it is equal to rupees 11,928.65. Then Bakul's share is equal to 385 upon the sum of these two, 456 plus 385, that is 841. 841 into 22,000. So when we simplify, we get rupees 10,071.3. 11,957.34. Now the approximate difference between their shares is the difference between these two. So 11,928.65 minus 10,071.34. It is equal to 1,857.31, or it is approximately equal to rupees 1,857. I hope this video was useful for you. If you like this video, please share it with your friends. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching.